far. We're going to keep it going. We're going to stay in Philly. We got Miss Jillian Griffin. You are next, representing Philly still. Jillian, the floor is yours.
I know my parents loved me. Stand behind me, come what may. I know now that I'm ready, yeah.
If dating in this organization when you're over the age of 35 isn't a different world, then I don't know what it is. Especially for those whose last experience was BSM, before social media, when the messenger was the bold wingman who said, hey, my friend would like to meet you, and the initial communication wasn't someone sliding in your DMs. And can we talk about how everyone knows everyone? 6 degrees of separation really ends up being 4, because that brother you check in and think is random is actually friends with the barber of your homegirl's ex. And that sister you spotted at the convention, your grandmama used to study with an aunt. She know the whole family and probably got a baby picture of Shorty at the house. You have to almost expect to date someone who has a past. Either they've been married and is now widowed, divorced, have kids, been disciplined, tatted, smoked, snorted, or sold something. And that's okay, because we are here. But we must be in Alice's dream, because it's a perpetual wonderland out here. Bad habits get served on silver platters by Mad Hatters. Fitted cat-wearing cats with Cheshire smiles. It's wild how they be spilling tea while wearing J's. Grinning your face, then poof, they're gone without a trace. To you, anyway, because their presence is still active in other places. But since we believe ghouls and goblins are just alternate names for demons, when you ghost me, you're acting less like my brother and more like, well, like father, like son. How else can you so easily dispose of someone? And ladies, we're not exempt. Among us are resistors, easily triggered and super sensitive to criticism, because construction means you don't like or accept me the way I am. Clinging to distorted ideals of gender roles, when he does something nice, he's doing the most. Not satisfied until he comes out of character, then gratified that he's under your control. And now you don't want him no more. Sick game, but play them before they play you, right? It's like Lord of the Flies. One heartbreak separates estrogen-fueled savagery from the civilized. Too many are surviving relationships that broke us. So that woman who finds it so difficult to trust, and that man whose self-esteem is tied up in past failures, won't allow themselves to be vulnerable. We are walking Humpty Dumptys who fears sitting back on the wall until all the king's men realize they must build bricks labeled patience, laddered with mortared kindness. After all, that's what love is. But it's important that we do so. But we are facing a pendulum shift. It is different because Generation Xers care less about sewing oats and carving notches in bedposts. They are silver foxes and vixens who have already dug their burrows and now just wants to share that empty den. Not everyone has malintent. So brothers, your sisters are facing men at the age where he won't even lyingly tickle her ears when he talks of his disbelief in organized religion. She hears, if you believe your faith has made you who you are, then by all means continue. And while you at it, raise the kids the same, because I love you and I will not get in your way. And sisters, our brothers have at their feet women who recognize them as loyal companions on a leash named God. So her response to his restraint is, I may not walk on the same road, but you have my utmost respect. I would love to help you achieve your goals. Brothers and sisters, we owe it to each other to be better. Not every relationship will lead to marriage, and if it doesn't, that's okay. But the dating process shouldn't make it harder to remind ourselves that he don't love who I love. And she could be the one that hops on the phone with the authorities disclosing my location. Don't make it harder for me on the days when I feel like I'm the only one who lets thoughts like these stop me from moving forward. I know I'm not, but the struggle gets real when it seems others are winning wordlessly. We're taught to be mindful of stumbling when it comes to alcohol. Do we not think the same principles apply to the cistern in which we share our drinks? And for those giving advice, I'd rather you not tell me Jehovah blesses all marriages because it's arrangement. That's just me. So much more to say about that, but time won't allow. And this may not be your experience, just describing things as I see it. If you have things to add, let's have a real talk, no red table needed. And for those who didn't know, just remember what you've been told. It's a different world from where you're coming from.
Hey.
Mike. All right.
I'm ready.
Have some conversations later.
Jilly.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right.
I mean, Jilly from Philly. Really? Girl, you said no red. There was so many. I'm triggered. I just know I'm triggered. I'm triggered. We'll talk after the show. That was dope. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and call the next poet. And yeah, like, all right, we're good. Yes, Jill. We're gonna move on because that was straight fire. That was nothing but the truth. She said dating over 35 was like Lord of the Flies. All right, moving on, because that was what's up.